So we've got the Carbon King on the stand. I've got a cup of tea, quintessentially British. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. So ran her today up at the loch, first run at the loch, 82 miles an hour. I'll show you that footage now. And it was a good shakedown run. I did want to go faster, I must admit. It didn't look fast, it didn't feel fast. The power wasn't quite there. What else was going on? We had range issues, I had electronic issues, I had soldering issues. So let's go through and I'll tell you the bugs and how I've worked them out. So we had a dry socket solder. Oh, dropped my pointing stick. Dry socket solder on this motor wire here. It wasn't one that I had soldered in, actually. It was one that had been soldered in by the company that I bought the ESCs off of, so it wasn't my fault this time. It usually is. I also had some throttle response issues. This port side has been doing more work than this starboard side, and it's because of the receiver. I was running two separate channels for both sides. Now I'm running one channel with a splitter for the throttle going to two ESCs, so I've got 100% synchronization with both props. What else is going on? I've remapped both ESCs to produce more power, and I have changed my the biggest change will be the settings on the struts. Both struts have been changed. My trim settings have been changed so that what was happening was I was getting far too much down pressure on the bow area. I've got heavy batteries in it up forward anyway, which is what you want with a cat. You want it nice and flat, but you don't want it flat as a pancake. And I actually had a lot of bow wave or spray coming from right up the front. So really, I want it to be kissing this. I don't know if you can see the steps. You probably can't, but kissing this step here every now and again, and running mostly on the tail end of this step and all of this step for the high speeds. That's what I want. That's what the hull has been designed to do. So hopefully we will get it working that way. Got a little bit of water up the stuffing tubes this time. First time I ran her, absolutely nothing, but I've used a little less grease in the stuffing tubes to grease up the flex shafts. So I got a little bit of water up them, but nothing major. A couple of mil in the bottom here. Nothing much. I thought I had an issue with this cat pack as well, but I didn't. It's absolutely fine. Temperatures were all around, I think, between 40 and 50 degrees C, so nothing was really running super hot. This is a shitty little servo, but it will have to do for now because I haven't got a shorty servo. I don't know what they're called, stumpy, dumpy, whatever. They're not as deep. I haven't got another servo like that at the moment, and my fifth scale beast has taken any funds that I've once had away. So anyway, yeah, nothing else to report really. 82 miles an hour. It was respectable. I must admit I was hoping near the 90 mile an hour mark, but I think that these trim changes and the changes to the ESCs and the electronics will get us up closer to the 90 mile an hour mark. Remember, this is a 6S. I'm running 6S on this 8S system. So what I want to do is I want to tune it as finely as I can to produce as much as possible on 6S. It seems that it will run all day on 6S, so we'll do it like that. And then we'll stick a couple of then we'll stick 4 4S batteries in it, and we'll drive it like we stole it. But anyway, that's the update. See you all on the other side. So we're up at the lock, same place that I normally run, but I normally run from the yellow boats on the other side, and this morning I'm gonna drive from up here so I can see more of the lock and use this end because I've never really used the full length of the lock, and with the carbon cat I'm gonna need to. I don't know what kind of speeds this thing's gonna do. I never had it on a bit of water like this. I never had it on a calm day like this. So let's stick it in. I've saved you the taping in bit. As you can see, GPS is on and set at 0. So let's give it loudy and see what happens. I'll make my way up here, set my watch. I've got a 3-minute timer because I'm running so fast. I'm running the cat hard. I only want to do 3-minute runs. 4 times 3-minute runs I think I got enough battery for. Crikey, my hands are shaking already. So let's see what we got. Let's just take it for a drive first. I actually got to full that's maxed out. I don't know what's happened there. I hope it's a range thing. Although it doesn't really seem far enough to be a range issue. But well, we've got plenty of space. Haven't put my timer on either, so this will be a slightly longer run. I think I've got a bit too much weight up front. These are the lighter batteries and I put them a wee bit further forward, but the stability on this boat, I am truly amazed. Oh no. Let's hope that that is a range thing as well and not anything else, because it's a long paddle. Oh, it is. Just head back down this way. Not getting a huge amount of range out of this Mind you, the aerial is in the back. And I think it gets shielded from the rooster tail. Ooh, that was a proper 360, that was. That seemed to No, it's depowering through the run, so I'm going to bring it in and do some temps. Something stopping it from really giving it loudy. Although I think that's probably pretty fast. I'm sorry if I sound out of breath, but I've had just the most ridiculous flu recently, which has not been much fun. We've got that one ESC. I don't know why that one ESC does that. But anyway, we'll bring her in. See what speeds we've got. Peak speed. Are you seeing that? Peak speed 82 miles an hour. I'm pretty pleased with that for a first run. 82 miles an hour. We've got some funky stuff going on, but I'm pleased with that. 82. Let's see what's going on in here temperature wise. I know people like to know the temps, and this is the first big run that it's had, so I really felt like it just wasn't producing the goods like it was the other day. I don't know. I mean, it felt fast, but it didn't feel like it was picking up its heels and going for it. Trim might wrong. Maybe it doesn't get as much power out of these batteries. Maybe something's on fire. I don't know. 82. No smoke, which is always a bonus. Normally, if there's some hot wires or something, the insulation goes first. Cat packs, 48, 46 degrees. Same on this side. ESCs, 50 degrees. 50 degrees, okay, both are the same. Motors, sorry, 50 degrees. That one's hotter, 58. Always seems to be a little bit hotter, that one. Okay, well, She's running pretty dry as well. There's a little bit of water in there, but I think that's kind of splashing through the top here. So yeah, I'm pleased.